Hi friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot, and I am back for a Let's Do Lunch. It's been a couple weeks since I did a Facebook Live in this format. I've done a couple things here and there over the last couple weeks, just random. But today I'm going to be creating a fun fall card, and I hope if you're not joining me live, maybe you're watching a replay here on Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot in the Facebook page, or maybe on the YouTube channel. So just let me know you've watched. I love to see where people have watched, whether it's live or on a replay. So that's the great thing about these videos, is that you can watch it when you're ready. So I am getting the computer in front of me pulled up to be able to see comments in case someone is watching live. And I love to say hi, and if you have questions about anything I'm showing, let me know. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a fall themed card, and the products will be used out of the July to December mini catalog. Also, I call a holiday mini catalog. I'm just trying to get my computer caught up to where I'm at and in the right profile. Of course, in the last couple of weeks, Facebook has changed how I view myself, whether it's me personally or my business page. So I'm still trying to muddle through that as well. And so I keep missing things, because if I don't check both profiles now, I miss things. So please be patient with me. Hi, Irene. Thank you so much for your order this weekend. I saw it pop up. And so thank you so much for your order. Let's see. I hope you're having fun in Texas and it's not too crazy hot there. It's still pretty muggy here on the east coast of Virginia. This morning when the kids went out for their first day of school, it still feels like muggy summer. So not quite fall. Of course, my kids just wore their summer clothes. They didn't even bother with pants or long sleeves, anything, because there's nowhere near that temperature yet. But of course, my 5th grader, my youngest, he still wears a little jacket, like a little jacket thing. And so he did have that on. I think sometimes in the classrooms it does get cold. So anyways, all right, I think I found myself, and yeah, so there I am, and I can see here. So I'm going to flip my phone down and get started stamping. Like I said, yeah, we've had a little bit of sprinkles here too, Irene, this morning, but it's supposed to rain more later on today. And so, you know, hopefully the rain doesn't really come until after everybody gets home from school. So for their first day. All right, let me flip my phone down. And like I said, I'm gonna show you a few things and get to stamping. So here we go. I feel like I haven't done this in months, but it's been a crazy August. End of summer just whizzed by. Hopefully we can see my screen pop up here in a second, and my desktop here, seeing if it's somewhat straight. Hopefully, maybe. Let me turn some of these lights better on the desktop. I don't know if that's better or worse. So I am still doing some work upstairs right now, and some is downstairs. So I did get to hold my first in-person class downstairs last Wednesday, the 31st. And it was fun, but I realized quickly that I still have a lot of stuff upstairs. So I have to keep running back up and down the stairs to make sure I had everything for class. But it all worked out. Everybody had a good time. And I look forward to all my upcoming classes being down there, and eventually moving this part of what I do downstairs as well. It's just not ready yet to come downstairs. So I'm still doing a lot of computer work upstairs and videos and things. So again, thank you for being patient with me. All right, so I can see comments now, making sure on my computer in front of me, and looks like you can see my desktop. So I do have a host code open for the month of September, and please use this if you'd like to place an order. 7XYYHWG, and that's, you know, if you're not ordering close to 100, you could put it on the host code, that's no problem. If you're ordering closer to 100 or more, you may want to consider either getting the starter kit, because of course with the starter kit, if you're spending 100-ish in product, you can get 125 and also get free shipping on it with your starter kit with no obligation to do any more than that. But if you want to start getting a discount as a demonstrator, that's always an option as well. And if you're spending more than 150, you can also qualify for your own host rewards or host benefits. So if you ever have questions about it, of course you can send me a message here on Facebook or through YouTube. You can also stop by my website, tanyareed.stampinup.net, and send me a message through that link. There's lots of ways to get a hold of me, and I can definitely help you figure out the best bang for your buck if you're placing, especially if you're placing a larger order. Before I get into my project today, I did want to mention that I will be catching up between today and tomorrow on my Sweet Stampin' Summer promotion. I have a few more tickets to fill in from this past week, and then I will start doing drawings beginning tomorrow. So I said I would start doing them the first week of school, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, my kids' first day is today. So anyone that has purchased over the last bit of summer, since the beginning of summer on June, is it the 20th or 21st that it was? I don't even remember now. And I said through basically September 5th, which was yesterday, with the last unofficial day of summer for us. Made purchases, come to special classes, come to regular classes, commented on the Facebook videos and posts, whether it's here under Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot or our community group, Sweet Tea Stampers Community. If you haven't joined that community group, I definitely encourage you to do that. A little bit more happens there, and you can do more interfacing there than just on the business page. I love building our community, and there's more things to come on that in the fall. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for joining today. So I'm, got a lot going on, catching up this week. I was looking back, and I have been out of town the last 4 weekends. Some of them extended long weekends, so I have been gone a lot the last month, and it's definitely catching up with me, and I know I have lots to do over the next couple of weeks. But I want to keep being consistent with my Facebook Live, so plan to join me every Tuesday around lunchtime. And again, if you can't join live, there's always the option to catch a replay here on Facebook or over on the YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be sharing a card we made at the last bingo, which was held a couple weekends ago. And again, very fall themed, and I'm going to talk about some of the products now before I get into the stamping. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be using products from the July to December mini catalog, as I like to call it, the holiday mini. Towards the back is where you'll see a lot of the fall products. So this suite, the Rustic Harvest Suite, was the very first one I purchased out of this catalog. As a demonstrator, we get the opportunity to pre-order, so I actually ordered this it was either the end of May or beginning of June, I can't remember which, but I think it was the beginning of June. But I love this. I love fall. Fall is my season. I love the colors of fall, the time of year when the temperature will cool off eventually. I love the weather. I love everything about fall. I love nights where you can do a bonfire. This is totally my season of the year, is fall. So I love the colors outside, the crafting colors. But on page 48 of the mini, and then the next page over, 49, is where you'll see a lot of the products. So today's project that I'm going to be sharing has some of the designer series paper called Rustic Harvest. I'm using both the stamp set and the dies, and then I'm also using this fun little combo pack of products. They're a die cut leaf and then some amber gems that come together packaged, and it's $8, and you get 50 of the gems and 25 of the leaves, and the leaves, I'll show them to you in a moment. They're on a craft paper. So this suite, if you haven't noticed, of course you can buy these items individually, or you can buy the whole suite for $104.50. And it also includes not only the 12x12 DSP, but 12x12 basic black cardstock. It also includes a new embossing additions toolkit. Some people have been missing this, but it's a tray, so you can do your embossing powders inside the tray, or you could use it for glitters and things. It has a brush, and then these are little tweezers. I don't have them up here to show you, and then an embossing buddy as well. So these come as a bundle for $27 or can be included in the full suite purchase. But these tweezers are really good for holding things when you're using the heat gun and picking up little things to hold if you need to have some little pinchers or tweezers. So this is the suite. If you want to see the stamp set and dies or stamp set up a little closer, this is what it looks like on the next page, page 50. And of course, there's some more samples. And of course, they've got the heat tool there to show you how nice this one is for doing heat embossing. So that's the suite that I'm going to be using today. I'm also featuring a little piece of this brushed metallic cardstock, which is one of the specialty papers. This is in the regular catalog. This was actually one of the freebies in the celebration that just ended on August 31st. So a little piece of that as well on my card to accent. And that's on page 139 of the regular catalog. And that's the brushed metallic cardstock there, specialty paper. All right, so the Hello Harvest stamp set. I already have my stamps pulled out, but I'll be using the Hello. I'll be using this little swirly thing here, the little sunflower, and this leaf. And then of the dies, I'm just using the leaf that matches here. Of course, the die set is fun because it has some of the pieces that match directly to the stamps. And then they have a banner for greetings. I've got it upside down, of course. The pumpkin, of course, matches. And then you've got some other pieces that do embossing and cutting. So you can layer different pieces, and then some little viney pieces to add to your pumpkin or your leaf motif there. But a really fun set of dies that coordinate. Again, you can buy the stamp set individually, you can buy the dies individually, or you could buy them as a combo and get a 10% discount for both items. And then, of course, they can be added as part of the suite as well. All right, so let's get started stamping. So I am going to share with you first. So this is how the leaf label and amber gems come in a pack. And again, you get 25 of the leaves, and they're a craft paper. So they're not as thick as our cardstock, and they are definitely a craft paper. You can kind of see one side is a little bit different than the other. They do come pre-punched with a hole. So if you wanted to thread it through and make it a tag, like on a bag or a gift or something, you could easily do that. I'm going to actually cover up that hole with a gem on my project. And then they come with the gems, these amber gems, and there are 50 of the gems in there, and I've already cut down a bunch of those for my projects. So that I'm going to start with, and I'm going to stamp the Hello Greeting out of the stamp set, and I'm going to do that in the Mossy Meadow ink color, so the dark green. The reason I chose this color is because it is part of the DSP color scheme. So I'm going to stamp that directly, and I wanted a darker green, directly onto the leaf tag. There we go. Now, the craft paper takes a little second to dry, so I'm going to leave that to dry. And I'm also going to do the little curly Q part of the stamp set. It's right here in the Hello Harvest. I'm going to kind of do that as an accent right above the hello. All right, so I'll put that to the side to dry a little bit. I think that's the only thing I needed in the Mossy Meadow color. Next, I'm going to grab Crushed Curry, another color that is included in the DSP pack. Not on the particular pieces that I'm going to use, but it is another color that coordinates. So I'll just grab a strip of, this is very vanilla. Even though the DSP has white in it, I felt like these fall colors could definitely go with some very vanilla. So my ink pad looks really rough right now, but it is Crushed Curry ink, and I'm going to stamp one of the leaves in Crushed Curry. Give it a quick clean on my Stampin' chamois, Simply Chamois, and then I'm going to use Merlot and stamp one of those leaves in Merry Merlot. Now this is a very dark maroon or wine color, so I'm going to let those dry. And then I'm going to actually bring in another piece of Very Vanilla, and this is going to go as a layer inside my card. So it's just a 4 by 5 1/4 piece, so that'll be inside. And I am going to stamp from the stamp set this little teeny flower or sunflower, and I'm going to stamp that in crushed curry. I'm just going to do a couple of those in the corner of the piece, just to add a little something to the inside of the card. Of course, I did not bring an envelope over here with me, but that'd be fun to add either the leaf or one of the little sunflowers to your envelope as well. All right, so now we've got everything stamped. Like I said, I'm going to use crushed curry as my card base, and that is 11 by 4 1/4, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. Grab my bone folder. And then I'm going to add some designer paper. So this is one of the designs from the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper pack. And it is a 12 by 12 pack. I'll show it to you again on page 49 of the mini catalog. And these are some thumbnails of it. So this piece is the piece right here with the Mossy Meadow on one side with some swirlies, and then it's got the black and white kind of checkerboard pattern on the back. Add some adhesive to the back of this one. So this piece is, I believe I cut it 2 by 5 1/2, so it'll go the full length across the card front, and I believe it is 2 inches. Yes, 2 by 5 1/2. We're just going to stick this right across the middle. If Cheryl's still on here, which I'm not sure if she is, I can't tell. She already made this card because she was at bingo with us. Then this is one of the other pieces from the DSP, or Designer Series paper, right here with all the fun pumpkins. And this piece is cut at 3 by 4. Yep, 3 by 4. And I'm just going to layer that right on top of this piece that I just did. The flip side of this has some black and white stripes. You liked this card. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, we made, at bingo night, we normally play 10 games of bingo, and then we do 3 projects. So we did both fall, which was, this was one of the fall cards, and we did some Christmas as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece on the inside as my layer. Sometimes I just add a layer inside, even though you could probably write on crushed curry and see it just fine. I just wanted to add a little piece of vanilla on the inside. Okay. And then we need to do the little strip. Like I said, this is from the Brush Metallic specialty paper, and it's like the copper color piece, and I'm going to just add that right across the center there, and I'll use my Stampin' Seal for that. So I'm excited to start drawing names this week for prizes and things. So be on the lookout. I might do some of them on Facebook Live. And if you win something, I will try to tag you in the post. Some people's profile don't allow me to do that. So if I can't tag you, I will just send you a private message. If you are a winner of a prize, and we'll coordinate getting it to you. But I'm excited to celebrate all the summer fun we had, and thank you for participating. I know several of you have commented here, have participated, so I appreciate all your love and sharing and coming to events and watching Facebook Live and all of the above. So, all right, so now we got to put together these pieces. So these, of course, I will be die cutting them, and I've already done it. So die cutting those with the die from the suite or bundle. So I've already got some of those here. But the first thing I want to do is add this leaf to the card front, and this will be using some dimensionals on the back of this to do so. Like I said, this doesn't dry as quickly as our regular cardstock, so just make sure you let it dry and just be careful not to smudge it. I had that problem a little bit at Bingo because it dries a little bit differently, the craft paper does, than our regular cardstock. It will dry, but it just takes a little second extra. Just kind of put that right there. Then we're going to add the leaves. So I'll stick a dimensional here, add a little adhesive to one end. Kind of stick that down here, make a little collage of fall leaves. Like I said, I love fall colors. It's my favorite season. Anybody else like fall like me? I don't know. Hopefully. It is the season though. We're definitely getting to it. And it's coming around the corner. It will be here before we know it. So last thing to do is add a little bit of the bling. So like I said, the leaves that are die cut come with the amber gems. So I've already cut out a few of those to add to my project. I think I need to order a refill on my take your pick tool. So we'll add a large one right there just to cover up that little hole that was on the leaf. Then we'll add the other two just randomly on the front. All right, and there you have it. Fall is arriving soon. I'm excited my kids are back in school. Trying to get myself back into a routine. Of course, this morning was rough getting everybody, the buses. We didn't really have times. We just kind of guesstimated based on last year. But I'm definitely ready for fall weather and fall crafting. Lots of events planned over the next few months, so keep an eye out. I won't go into all the details, but you can check on my website. I have all my calendar of events mostly updated. I'll be adding in a few more things as we move through the next few months. But check there or check here on the Facebook page under events. Thank you, Irene, for the compliment. So I hope you all have a great rest of the week and have enjoyed a little lunch stamping with me, or maybe you're watching this at bedtime, who knows. But I hope you enjoy crafting along with me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, everybody.